Welcome everybody to the Circuit de Catalunya, where it's time for the drivers' press conference ahead of the FIA Formula One Spanish Grand Prix. And as per usual, we have 10 pairings. And first up, as you can see, it's the local heroes, Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz. Welcome, guys. Good to have you with us. Fernando, why don't we start with you? Tremendous race in Portugal on Sunday. Do you feel that you're now fully up to speed?
I don't think so. Unfortunately, I think it's still some time required to be 100% ready. I felt definitely more comfortable in the car. I felt better with the team as well, better understanding of how the tires behave over the long distances. We had another safety car, another restart, so there are new automatisms that you are creating, and everything is getting a little bit easier. But I'm sure that I will be better on Sunday afternoon here in Barcelona than what I feel now on Thursday, and this is a natural progression, I think.
Qualifying wasn't quite so good for you last weekend. What changed between Saturday and Sunday?
Nothing. Basically, that was probably the only thing on the weekend that it was not great. I think the Saturday performance in qualifying was not good enough, and with not a clear answer on that performance. I think we were good in FP1, in FP2, in FP3 and the race, and we were not good in qualifying. I was not good in qualifying. So, we are trying to investigate a little bit further that, and especially into Barcelona and Monaco, where the qualifying is quite important. It would be nice to have a clean Saturday and start higher on the grid.
And finally from me, can we just get your thoughts on racing at home for the first time since 2018?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a special feeling. Racing here always bring a lot of good memories and a lot of support from the fans. Unfortunately, we don't have them this weekend. We will have only a limited number that will be already welcome. But we are used to race here with more than 100,000 people on the grandstand, and coming to this circuit we all know very well after the winter testing and a lot of years in the calendar in Formula One. And this year is a little bit different. We did winter testing in Bahrain, so we don't know much about these cars here in Barcelona, and we don't have the fans. So for me it's a little bit sad, but we will try to put a good show on television.
Thank you, Fernando. Carlos, coming to you, why don't we kick off talking about the home race? How excited are you to be coming here at home as a Ferrari driver?
Yeah, always excited and always a bit more motivated, when you are in your home soil, in your home Grand Prix. But I must say that this year, like a bit like last year, the vibe is differently. Not having the fans, not having the people there to support you, not having those quick chats, quick moments, so that they tell you something funny and you respond them every time you go by a fan or something like that is different. Also, I think in particular this year with the comeback of Fernando and me being part of Ferrari, I think this Grand Prix would have been particularly exciting, particularly full grandstands, and we are going to miss them, but hopefully they can support us from home and we can still execute a good weekend.
And can we throw it back to last weekend now? It was a frustrating race for you on Sunday, but what positives have you taken away from the weekend as a whole?
Well, on Sunday night, as you can imagine, I didn't have many positives to take because I was not happy with how Sunday went. It was a very bad race. I need to overcome during the weekend, and we're going to try and understand. If we wouldn't test here so much, I think Formula One drivers, we would appreciate it more because it's just that we have a lot of laps, but the track itself is actually very cool. And let's see how these cars behave. Let's see the new Turn 10, how it goes, and that's it.
Thanks to both of you. Next up, we're going to go, as per usual now, to our fan question. Take a listen to this from Paul.
Hi, my name is Paul, and this question is, how do you imagine your perfect circuit, and which part of the world
So, as a professional driver, you've driven at circuits that are already designed. How do you imagine your ideal circuit to look, and in which part of the world? Fernando.
That's a good question. I don't know. I think I have my own go-kart circuit that it was built more or less on my own preferences on different parts of different circuits that I drove in my life, and I chose like the best ones and put all together. And the place is in my hometown in Oviedo, in the north of Spain. So I have that, but it's a go-kart circuit. If I want to make a big one, yeah, probably will be in the same place in my hometown in Oviedo, but just bigger.
Same. I would love to have a track in Madrid. I think Madrid needs a big Formula One track, and I would love to design one over there. I'm actually laughing, no, because when I was the age of this little kid here, what I did at school was constantly paint my school books of circuits, and I was designing my own circuits, my own because at the time I was racing go-kart and I was following Formula One. I was constantly painting all the school books of philosophy, of literature, with random circuits designed by myself, and it just shows that this has always been a dream for me. It's always been a target, let's say, but I still don't have that opportunity. But I would do the same. I would pick up the corners of my favorite circuits. I would for sure make it with a lot of elevation changes. I really like circuits with elevation changes that go maybe through places where it feels a bit of a tunnel vision, and just make it fun, fast, and demanding for the driver.